start of the Master Rally. 3 weeks of giant 400-mile steps of special stages across Asia to Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia. Entered 3 ZX Rally raids for Ari Vatanen, Philippe Vormberg, co-driven by Britain's Fred Gallagher, and they set the early pace in the prologue outside Paris. In the bike section, France's Thierry Magnaldi on a KTM was set for a duel with a similarly mounted Jordi Arcarons, the Spaniard winning the prologue by 9 seconds. But before the real meat of the event, there was a quick fast forward as 500 competitors, support crews and vehicles were airlifted to Ulyanovsk in Russia, in the world's biggest plain. As the rally got into its early rhythm, Lartigue and the Citroën led as they raced beside the Volga River. While in the bikes, Magnaldi opened up a minute's lead over Arcarons. Local knowledge didn't help one of the 11-ton Kamaz trucks, which fell into a ditch when unsighted by another competitor. But amazingly, after 3 hours struggling, it was hauled out unharmed and was able to continue in the rally. While Lionel Andres required the services of one of the 21 doctors and 6 rescue helicopters on the event. The Citroën trio were rapidly in charge of the car category, Lartigue opening up a 2-minute lead over teammates Vatanen and Wormberg. Over an hour behind was the less modified Nissan of Thierry de la Verne. In spite of one of their members' previous delay, the Kamaz team was dominating the trucks. On such events, however, there are magnificent and strange sights. This is the dead Aral Sea between Chelka and Baikonur in Russia. In spite of using GPS navigation, Magnaldi got lost, but still managed to win by 45 seconds ahead of chief rival Arcarons after 400 miles. But 15 minutes behind the two of them was Switzerland's Christoph Attiger, making it a clean sweep for KTMs. By day 6 on the Baikonur loop, France's Pierre Lartigue was beginning to feel the heat from Vatanen. The 1981 World Rally Champion had closed to within 19 seconds of Lartigue, while making it a clean sweep for Citroën was Wormberg in 3rd place with Fred Gallagher, whose other job is clerk of the course on the RAC Rally. There was a Nissan Battle Royal for 4th and 5th, with Dominique Houssiot taking over 4th from compatriot Thierry de la Verne, who had this near miss with a substantial lake. Thierry Magnaldi came under increasing pressure from Jordi Arcarons as the pair again struggled with navigational problems, and it was the Spaniard who moved ahead in their titanic struggle. Competition was just as close among the 2 leading Citroëns, where Pierre Lartigue, already a world champion in off-road rallies, was only 4 seconds ahead of teammate Ari Vatanen. Perhaps a little more horsepower would provide the answer. There certainly seemed to be enough of it about. But the writing was on the wall for Lartigue as Vatanen closed inexorably, the pair leaving behind their brake-troubled teammate Philippe Vormberg. But on a 500-mile stage on terrain similar to that of his native Finland, Vatanen swept into the lead ahead of Lartigue, the two continuing to dominate the Master Rally. Magnaldi and Arcarons continued to trail one another, as so often in this kind of event, travelling together and getting lost together too, frequently. Impressing the competitors was the huge size and the friendliness of the crowds along the way. Impressive too was the remarkable and varied scenery. On the Bies to Coche Agach 400-miler, Carlo Alberto de Gavardo Prohens of Chile won the stage, but Magnaldi was back in front of Jordi Arcarons by just 30 seconds, after yet more of the Spaniard's navigational ditherings. Vatanen struggled with a puncture, and after a check by co-driver Gilles Picard, a former motorcycle enduro racer of note, the pair decided to change it, losing so little time that they retained the lead over teammate Lartigue. Somewhat cooler as he arrived in Mongolia was Spain's Jordi Arcarons, but it wasn't a problem as he continued to lead chief rival and fellow KTM rider Thierry Magnaldi. Jordi Arcarons consolidated his lead in the motorcycle category as the rally passed through spectacular Mongolian countryside. But sadly, danger is never far away, and local rider Shagdasuren Edinebilek was airlifted out after a serious accident. In spite of stage-winning times, Wamberg and Gallagher were never able to challenge their battling teammates, but trailed them as good teammates should, in case of reliability problems, as the event entered the deserts of Dalan Zadgad. Thierry Mignaldi hoped to make one last attack on Arcarons in conditions reminiscent of the African Dakar rally that he knows so well. But as they came out of the desert, Arcarons had extended his lead by another 90 seconds to win his first World Rally event. Vatanen rejoiced in the lead, safe from the rocks and ditches which would quickly curtail his RAC rally a few weeks later, before heading at Citroën 123 into Ulaanbaatar at the end of a remarkable master rally.
Well, I suppose, first 10 days we were attacking really very hard, and when the positions were frozen, I was leading, so that was Imbirsk, effectively.
And those amazing 11-ton, four-wheel drive monsters made it to the finish too, with Vladimir Chaguin heading home teammate Kabirov for their second master victory after a marathon 5,700-mile, 18-day adventure into the unknown.
By winning round 10 of the BPR Global GT Series at Nagaro in the southwest